And we're live. Rooster was successful on Nuke 13-3. And we are off. Going to be seeing a push through to the B site. They're in Monster. Nades on APOC. Prepped and ready. You can see there's 4 he could be going into. Not a whole lot of action at the moment. The T's sitting in Monster. Smoke prepped. And shots ring out. Drox is successful on a Misery as the flashes come through. Bit of a hold up there as Terry picks up Damo. There's one in the crates. They're aware. ASAP picks up Drox. Rotates are coming through from the CTs. Still a 3-on-4 at the moment. Misery the only one to fall. And the T's are starting to fall back. Coming through water now. APOC finds one. Still a bit of action in Monster. Not down and we're not out. Here's the door open. Jumps it. Sees maybe what the call is. Terry's pushing. And ASAP picks up APOC. 2-on-4 now for the CTs. Vision from heaven. Spotted, but what can he do? There's 2. Chelios taking damage, but PZ ultimately falls. Vision the last one from the heaven and falls to the hand of ASAP. Pistol round once again for Rooster. And a bit of a light bar coming out from Rooster. Double scout though. Damo and PZ have something they want to say about it. Drox with a Molotov prepped. Not a whole lot of action happening over that way. Terry. So with a minute to play, pushing through mid, past Fountain, reuniting with the rest of the team inside the bathrooms. And the push onto A happens. ASAP picks up the first onto PZ. Vision falling back onto B. Molotov is thrown. Teaser pushing through. Chelios is successful. Drox takes out Misery. Slimy returns the blow. The bomb goes back down on B as the scout rings out from the heavens. Slimy takes care of one of those as Chelios comes behind and the terrorist cleans up. This overlay, very behind. Drox taken down by ASAP. Slimy and ASAP picking up. Terry picks up another one. And very quickly here in a 5-on-1 demo, the remaining CT player in the fountain is taken down by Slimy. And another 3-round pickup here from Rooster before ground 0, able to have much of a say here. Do have a full buy coming out for them. And we're going to be having the AWP keeping watch. CT's jumping across. Can they say anything? Unfortunately not. ASAP cautious of the bathroom. Terry sits and waits. Easy, still without an AWP. Didn't see much of that on Nuke at all. He's trying to get a jump spot, nade in hand. The AWP rings out across the map. Nades a thrown A by Chelios. Looks like a bit of a fake as he jumps back A with the AWP. Noise evaded. His teammate doesn't share the same plan. Nades ring out through B as they push through. Drox successful into Misery. Terry picks up, trades. APOC with another. Shuts down that push very quickly. Vision takes out the AWP of Chelios. ASAP now left in a 1v3. 5 seconds remaining. Not much he can do, but he picks up one of the Vision. Without the bomb, though, what can he do? And I think he died just after the clock there. So ASAP, not going to have much round. Not much money from that round. Ground 0, much like the first game map of Nuke. 3 rounds and they're successful. Pretty good spread from both teams. More action towards A for Rooster. Maybe a bit more towards B for Housebats. But Chelios watching the long angle. Misery up close in the bathrooms. Does have an M4 on the other side of that, which is successful onto ASAP, but Misery claims back. Chelios rotated around. The AWP's going to be holding a long angle, throwing a few nades onto the site, looking deep, spots the barrel, gets the wallbang onto PZ. His AWP taken down, and the nade picking up the both of them. Nothing can be said from the AWP of PZ as Rooster push onto the site. A return blow, but their nade not quite as successful. Chelios on the truck, looking down through bank. Smoke thrown dumpster. Slimy falls back to care long. House bets want nothing to do with it. They want their guns. They want to keep their guns. Misery wants to take their guns. Won't be successful, however. And the 4th round goes to Rooster. And little money on the side of house bets is going to make a 2nd round difficult. As I say that, I've only looked at the money and not the fact that they've already bought. That's not good. Fairly strong buy comes out from house bets, making it slightly likelier that they're going to be able to find some more success here on the 6th round. ASAP, a bit of an early tag. Vision's tucked away. 3 players reside outside the monster position. Not too keen to push it yet, but a nade will take 3 damage off Misery. Slimy making distance on Fountain. No action from Long. Chelios still with an AWP makes. Rotate through CT as ASAP tagged up slightly more once again. Dead by the hand of Vision. The rotate call has been made to go A. Maybe not the right one as Terry picks up PZ. Maybe with his back slightly turned. Chelios shot and a miss. There's a flash out for APOC. We know there's one more on the B side. Flash had to come from somewhere. Came from the MP9, eventually getting picked up by Misery. Brox is gone. 2v4 here. Damo holding down the A site. Comes a 2-on-2, falls back long. The bomb has to go down. Counter-terrorists win. But with no one having it, not going to happen. Quarter 2 now, still in favor of Rooster. And Vision through the door onto ASAP. Misery making a gain. Up through the fountain. As CT's pushing back off long. Back through to the A site. Smoke is thrown to display. EZ onto Misery. Traded, but Damo claws back. Chelios making use of the AK. Hasn't got the AWP now. But they're going to be pushing. Vision tucked in close here. Are they going to be expecting it? Unfortunately, they're not. And he's going to pick up the both of them. A round desperately needed by house bets and has been converted. Save round for Rooster. Power in numbers looking to be the play. They're all very close together. PZ breaks that apart. ASAP dead early without even a shot fired. APOC taking out Misery, but not with ease. Down to 24 HP there on the B site. Gotta still be cautious of the AWP here on A. Long angles are a very popular thing on this side, but Slimy's caught a timing onto PZ. Could be caught with his back turned. And that's actually Damo, not the AWP. So a quick and easy round converted without a single body lost. More importantly, without a single gun lost. All the money is retained. Checking out the gun, Slimy. Let's see what it can do. Making the quick rotate onto B. They've got the sight. Now they've got the sight. Vision is dead. AWP onto PZ. But the position is not. Across the map. It's going to be a save call from House Bets. Maybe lucky to get an exit or two. Pretty successful round there for Rooster after a couple in a row they've lost. Trying to get the wall bang. There's no one there. 4 alive for Rooster, only 2 for House Bets, and they're back in the lead. 4 to 5 here on their map pick of Overpass. Not looking to be quite as easy as Nuke was. I'm sure that's very good news. House Bets. A bit more pushback here. Love to make it to Inferno. Lower bracket, this is it. Still no AWP back for Chelios. Could pose as a bit of a problem as the opponents of PZ has it. It's a gun that he struggled with at this event at the moment, but if he can put it to use, it's definitely going to be something that breaks Rooster apart. ASAP looking long, makes a bit of noise, not scared to do so. Shots rain through deep through Monster. Shot from PZ and a deep nade thrown. Does a bit of damage onto Slimy. The other end along. Smoke could be utilized to make a bit of a push, expecting someone to be behind it. Terry is dead. PZ's rotated to cover off the bathroom. Very aggressive all play here. Slimy has fallen all the way back. It looks that Rooster are going to be taking the long rotate onto B as APOC shuts down ASAP. Helios, the call's been made, shot through the smoke, APOC successful, there's another one there, Slimy onto drop. 2 on 4 here. They know where the finish is and the Molotov has been thrown to deter it. Around the pillar is Helios dead, Vision closing it onto Slimy, and House Bets come back 5 to 5. They're not ready to let this one go yet. 4 guns carried over, Drock's the only man to fall. The AWP from PZ being enough of a deterrent over there on long to push them back the other way into stack. as we see the 11th. Both have stacked towards this B side. Gonna be a 4-on-4 kill. Look how quick they are. Not a heavy buy, but Chelios does have an AWP. Can something be done with that? Because it's the only gun that looks to be alive at the moment. The Galila's falling and the Galila's fallen. Drox is low. He's aware that nothing's happening on the other side. And stuck is Drox. Gets away. Running out the clock. Rooster not able to get a single kill here on the 11th round. He's going to pose as some problems. But Damo falls. Limey picks up vision. Towards the end there, you do actually lose a couple of players. Not what House Bets would have wanted, but it is definitely what Rooster were hoping for. House Bets back ahead of the game. Round 12, final of the half. Not a very confident buy out of Rooster, but House Bets are looking good. If they can convert 7 to 5, that's going to put them in the driver's seat to close off map 2. Chelios' AWP ringing out, shutting down the AWP of PZ, but APOC getting a bit keen, making ground. Misery keeping an eye out, does pick him up. He's the lone ranger there, lone wolf, only one there. Picks up an AK. Vision is dead. Rocks rotating A. And a very strong close for Rooster here. The end of the half. Surely you're thinking it'll be tied here at the end of it. As Damo's got something to say. Shot onto Chelios. That's the AWP dead. One of the AWPs dead. 2 more holding out. He's going to swing. He gets another onto Terry. But ASAP, as soon as possible, he shuts down the round. 6 to 6 at the end of the half. It's the closest we've seen from these two teams. Very successful recovery there from Housebats. The second half we go. Can Rooster get another CT pistol round? If they can, would start. Not long before round game slips away. You lose a pistol round through Fountain. DT's on holding it. Very strong on the B. And A. Smoke's thrown. Slimy on the A side. Gonna hear that one come in. Flashes as well. Ball's gonna be made to come back. Lots of footsteps. Picks up one and another from Chelios. Slimy with another and a third. And a fourth. Slimy is the only man you need here on the A side. I wouldn't even bother putting anyone else. One kill from Chelios as a consolation prize. Rooster picking up another pistol round. Makes that all 4 pistol rounds that they have converted. Now all house bets want to do is enjoy their time at the rave. All they're interested in. They're going to take a moment to have a chat, figure out what they want to do, figure out where they're going with the rest of the game, what's worked, what hasn't. Draining out the clock. Not going to give the CTs anything except a bit of money in their back pocket when they eventually win the round. Which I'm certain they would be happy to welcome with very, very open arms. But they're off and away. The house bets, a bit of a slow one here. They've had their chat. Now they're excited. They're pushing up long. Chelios is there. And he hears them coming. Lots of footsteps. There's one, there's two. Doesn't get a third. Does have Slimy behind him to get the third and the fourth. And the fifth eventually converted as well. Slimy actually one that I thought Chelios got. Another 4K for Slimy. Stats. Looking pretty solid. 8 kills from the last 2 rounds. Currently sitting 16 and 5. Topping the tables. Rooster converting yet another pistol round. Starting to show maybe why they picked this as their map. Because no one can get past them. Damo looks to get past the fountain. He does. Chelios holding an angle on the wrong place to pick him out. No one going long at all. They could be sneaking up. The bathrooms here completely uncontested. As most of them will be. Rooster might want to pick up on this very quickly that they've left a big open hole onto the A side. House bets don't even need to shoot a bullet. They're on the side. Chelios picked this up a bit too late and the AWP is done. The AWP is down. That could be handed over to PZ if he feels like it. As Banks now held and the bomb goes down. A retake seeming almost impossible here. Unless they get lucky with a couple of kills, but looks unlikely as no one is near anybody. Will eventually pick up the AWP, but now everyone's running for their lives. Terrorists win. The 7th goes to house bets. Might be 0 out of 4 on the pistols, but 3rd or 4th round, that's where they find their success. Double flash. PZ's got the AWP. Bit of action on the B. Not going to find anyone on long. Contrary to the last round where Chelios was sitting there just a little bit too long. Learned his lesson. Now he's not sitting there at all. Finds his way back to party. Doesn't want to spoil it. Again, A site all but clear. Chelios sitting there again, but a lot deeper. Learned his lesson. Apoc's going to trade it. And the bomb's going to go down again. The CT's in much more of a likely position to get back around. Bomb goes down again. Maybe we might stick it this time. And we do. Nade unsuccessful. All but tickles. Vision on Terry. 4 and 3 now for the CTs. Rooster. Looking like once again they've made the call. Not worth the effort. Another smoke comes down. Seals the deal. And another tied game. 6-6 becomes 8-8. Orp stays on PZ. Chelios picks up his again. But Terry dropping to a FAMAS. Not the perfect buy. Misery fumbling some nades there. And a shot lands onto Damo. That might slow things down a little bit. Drox is pushing. And it means nothing. Slimy there, very successful. Bit of help from ASAP. AWP has been provided. But swapped back again. The AK now in the hands. Gonna have been spotted maybe by Damo. Doesn't want to take the fight because he's so low HP. So he falls back to Fountain. Not a lot of action happening here towards the closing stages of the round. Obviously, we want to just convert. Carry our guns over.
Counter-terrorists win.
CT's itching to get a kill after time. That would upset them. Not a fan of how that round ended. Housebeth, want to have a chat? But the time for talking is over and the time for shooting is now. Stacked by on both sides. Rooster opting not to go for a double AWP. There was one down. They definitely had the option. Choosing not to. Slimy with a quick sprint towards the fountain. Runs back to spawn as quick as he left it. Damo getting a bit excited on the playground there. I'm not quite sure he's got his head in the game. Might explain map 1. Slow one again for house bets. Got the time and they really want to use it. One player loose here on Monster could meet the fate of the AWP. The majority reside over the other side of the map. Doors open, shot rings out, but they're not expecting him down there. Drox does trade back. Fortunately, only one comes through, but it's a quick rotate through to B. Pushing out through Monster. Heavy nade damage onto Drox is going to cost him a lot. Bomb is going down. Can they stop it? No, they cannot. Nade rings out deep. Takes a little bit of damage off Chelios. He's going to throw the Molotov. Does a bit of damage. Forces him out. Perry gets Damo. Gets Vision, PZ down, and the retake is successful for Rooster.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Double digits for Rooster. Familiar territory. Closing, generally not a problem for them either. Problem for house bets is winning rounds. But they're in a good position to do so once again. With the bomb going down, they have plenty of money. A bit of early damage onto PZ. Could go a long way. Shot rings out. Vision deep Monster. PZ with the AWP pushing party, eager. Makes moves with the AWP. Slimy cautious of long. Has caught Chelios out in the past. But he's got Chelios deep with him. Free smoke to Monster. Could problems there. PZ takes down Chelios there. Traded back by Slimy. All there is on this side of the map. The call could be made that is looking B. Very quiet over here. Pushing out Damo. Caught out by ASAP. Do they keep pushing forward? He's the head of one more. Pushing the barrels, picks up. APOC with 2 more. ASAP and Misery dead as the bomb goes down. Slimy is in a 1v3 here. Vision low on HP. No nades to assist him, but coming through from the heavens. What can Slimy do? Lee joins. Lee joining for the 1v3 here. Spots one, is spotted. Can he get the shot? No, he can't. Everyone's running away. As another round goes to house bets. Slimy trying to grab one, pushing him. Not going to be that silly.
Terrorists win.
Vision getting far, far away. They're all the way back in the T spawn. the bus doesn't have far to come and pick them up for round number 20. And we're off. Full buy for both teams. Head to head going to be coming through. Smoke from Damo pushes him through. Chelios up close. Picks up one. Needs the rock for some safety. Gets another. Damo dead. Third one close. PSV trades. The AWP is all for him. Does he want it? He sure as hell does. Slimy is deep. A lot of angles to cover now. Not sure what's happening. He's going to get from some assistance from Misery. Makes the rotate. ASAP. Going to be getting caught out, but it doesn't matter. Vision is quicker. There was 2 against him. Could have gotten the trade regardless. Better to get away with as many guns as possible. Rooster, 4-on-2 here. Driver's seat for the 20th round here, looking to get an 11th. As Misery taking down PZ, the AWP is down. Drox, the only man remaining. Is there anything he can do? Very likely not. Possibly going to be looking for another save. If he can get the AWP, he'll take it. There's no doubt about it. But with it dropped across the map, it's not looking likely. Nothing we can do but wait out the clock. 16 more seconds for Rooster to pick up their 11th round. It was looking a little bit worrying there. Towards the start.
Counter-terrorists win.
Close to Drox. They're not going to get him. Just miss him. How close was that? It's all a bit of software that makes the game look a bit better. Sometimes it's a bit slow. It's not the best option in the world, but it's an option. A bit cleaner, and it actually gives scores, a bit more statistics. We can see the previous map. Not a clue. Could not tell you the name of it. But it does look a lot better. The issue, if I click through too many people, it takes a second or two to actually update the name of the person we're watching. It can lag a little bit, but step in the right direction as we ride on board with Drock. And as a perfect example there, Terry took a moment to show that we were watching Terry. That's a perfect example. Thank you. A lot of damage there to Drox. It's not a good way to start the 21st round. Now, the entire game is starting to lag a little bit. Chelios successful. ASAP onto Vision. Terry onto APOC. Terry onto Damo. And Terry onto PZ. A very quick 12th round, and that puts Rooster onto map and series point. Playing very confidently. Not scared to sit right on the edge of a smoke. Not scared to be pushing it either. 12-9. This tactical timeout is called by Rooster. They're close, but they've not got the cigar yet. Close, but no cigar, but they need the cigar. If Rooster can win this, that will see them to the lower bracket final. 27th of August. They have 2 whole weeks to prepare for their matchup against either Mind Freak or Dog. Currently being played on an alternate stream. If, however, House Bets can fall back, they'll see us to a 3rd map of Inferno, where the same story. The winner of that plays in 2 weeks' time. We're not worried about that. We're worried about the here and now. It's 12-9 as ASAP gets eager to push through underwater. There's a smoke on the door. There's an APOC pushing through the playground. ASAP finding Drox is a good way to start. ASAP onto Vision. And they think they have a gap in the timing. Housebet's looking keen to push onto A. APOC out the toilet, picked up by Chelios' Damo. And as is APOC, it is a 5v1 for PZ. Can he find anything? He can find one. Misery is dead. Has an AK. Deal with 73 HP. No one on B. Does have the bomb. Will catch the timing and does. Chelios is dead, but he's shot in the back of the head. Terry picks up PZ. 13-9 is Rooster. Sees them through to the lower bracket final in 2 weeks' time. They're going to be playing up against either Mind Freak or Dog.